Hi everyone, this is Tony from TNT Travels. I'm going to show you what I do for my accessories. In the past, I've had this travel suitcase that I use for my businesses, and I had it pre-set up with all the accessories I needed. So all I had to do is just pack my clothes, not the accessories. But this time I'm going to be using a larger bag for my cruising. So I'm going to take out what I have in here, and I'm going to put it into a regular Ziploc bag because the new bag does not have separate pockets like this one did. So I'm just going to go and show you the basics of what I've got in this bag and then put it into the Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to pull everything out, and then I'll go item by item to tell you what I take with me and why. So again, I've got my shaver. This is an old shaver that I had. Still works great. It does a good job. I keep it in the bag. I don't have to take my other one out. Of course, you have your toothbrush and toothpaste, dental floss, a face wipe, a couple extra USBs in case you need them, a comb, perfume, mouthwash and gel, some conditioner, shampoo, a couple extra contacts just in case, and always take a spare set of glasses. This is important because you never know, you might break the ones you have. Then I got a couple extra things, a tissue pack, and then a sewing kit. These come in real handy. So now that's done, there is my pack. I also have antiperspirant. I'd like to get into one other thing that I do all the time for my business travels, and I think it's important that you guys do too. When you're going out, off an excursion or anything, you make up, for men, a throwaway wallet. This is just an inexpensive wallet, and I put in random expired credit cards, old ID, and some other stuff to make it look like it's useful. Then it's important that you have small denomination bills, but a lot. Okay, so I got about $20 worth of small denominations in here. And what happens is if somebody goes to rob you, you take this out and very nervously say, here, take your money, and then you just toss it. That gives you time to escape. They get nothing but a few dollars and what they think is real credit cards, but they're not. Thank you. I hope this is informative. If it is, don't forget to click and give us a thumbs up. Thanks. Bye.
Let's see what I still need to pack. One thing is I take 2 pairs of readers. So here's my readers, and I don't know how that works. And then I have one of these little containers that I have a second pair. I also will probably pack these in my suitcase, but I will definitely put this in my cross body bag. So there's a pocket back here. I'm just going to put them in here for right now. Now I have the same thing where I have a pair of sunglasses that I have to bring. I will put those back here too. And I have just a case that I found somebody had discarded. I put my sunglasses. So now I'm going to put these over to the side because I'm going to put them into my bag when I move stuff around. Okay, so essential item for me, readers. I have to have them. Sunglasses, I have to have them. If I don't have any of this stuff, I panic. First, I can't see the menu, won't be able to read the small print, and the sun really hurts my eyes. So I have to have those 2 things. Now, this is just an inexpensive plastic bottle. I'm taking this with me, even though it's going to take up some space, but I don't have to bring it back. That's the good thing. I'm going to put water in here, and when I'm out by the pool, instead of having to feel like I need to get right next to the pool area. I can be like on a top deck and I can just spray myself down with water. So that'll go into probably that personal item bag. Okay, here's my makeup. So I have all of that set in here. I just have typical makeup stuff, what most women bring for makeup. I also will bring in here nail clippers and a file and tweezers. You never know if you get a splinter or if you've got to trim a fingernail, file away. All right, this bag here is our pool item. So this is where I have for our towels, and I have, if we have like rain little ponchos, really inexpensive, and let me pull everything out. Won't be able to get it back in probably. We have some tea lights, Dollar Tree, is where I got these at. And the reason, I want to bring an extra one of these in case one breaks. It was a vibe. Last time I had a vibe that one of my shoes was going to break, and it did. So it's just, if my gut tells me, it's not going to hurt nothing. So I have 2 for me, 2 for Tony, and then an extra one. So hopefully both of, we won't have, if one breaks, it'll be just one and not more than that. These come in a pack of 3. They're just like little battery, oh, you have to pull that off, the little tag. I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna wait till we get there. And it's just little night lights for us. We're gonna be in an inside cabin, and I cannot sleep in total darkness. I have to have some kind of light. Now this is a Tide Oxy pen, so I've got a couple of white shirts, and I probably will be using this. This is one of these cable, what is it, for our extensions. I don't know what it's called. But it is supposed to be approved for ship use, so for the cruise lines. So anyway, it is just to give us additional charging outlets, and as you can see right there, and where we can plug in, so outlet space. All right, oh, and then I have these 2 magnets. I might throw another one in, but the funny thing is, on our last sailing on Holland America on the Zuiderdam, our room was not magnetic. The walls were not magnetic, and therefore we couldn't use these. So this will probably hold, when we get our medallions, they'll be on a lanyard. We'll probably put those up. And then I have these little backpacks I'll show you. We'll probably hang stuff like that, so, or maybe any notes or whatever, but I probably should throw in another one, but I'm not. At least not right now. All right, so let me see if I can quickly get these back in. And of course, the ponchos only work if you remember to bring them with you. So, when we are out on an excursion, unlike the last time we went on our trip, we didn't bring them, and it rained. So, probably, now that I'm thinking of it, let's take these out. Okay, so a couple years ago, I found these backpacks at, might have been Target or even the Dollar Tree. It was for hardly nothing. They're not meant to last. So you will find that these will, they might not make it the whole trip if you're not careful. But if you have some that are better, but these work for us. For the just going off, we take them to the pool and then we take them on excursions. So I'm just gonna stick in here because like I said, the last time we forgot. Now these are just some tissue. I like to have facial tissue I like to have on me, so I'm just going to stick that. All right, so the next thing that is a new item for us is this fan. I've already charged it. I think it will come on. I don't know if you can see that or hear it. Maybe if I did that, you can hear that. You remember doing that? All right, we're in an inside cabin. If I get hot, I'm miserable. Into my suitcase is our wash, dry, fold, repeat. It's a laundry bag. I also bring a scented garbage bag or trash bag, kitchen trash bag, because you gotta have a place to put your dirty clothes. I'm gonna get to this later. This is more makeup bags that I may use when I'm putting things together. I don't think, but I want to share with you. Save any of these. And we're so tempted to, once we use them, throw things away. Like here's a bag that I probably could have used for something. I was looking for one of these smaller bags. But these are various sizes, and they're just really great for anything that may spill. You can even put your clothes in here. You get sheets, and you get these type of plastic with a zipper, and you see, or is it called a zip? I've heard it both. Anyway, it has, like how they come with the sheets, and it just sets up a little bit nice. Like 2 types of sunscreen. We have the lotion, and then I have the spray. The reason for the spray is I probably will spray myself in the cabin, and then when I'm out by the pool, I will apply. This right here, if you're spraying by the pool, please be mindful that doesn't taste good. So when you're spraying it and the wind's blowing and you're spraying on yourself, but the wind's blowing behind you, and there's a person right here, that person's gonna get your sunscreen. I know. Anyway, I'm an adult, and I didn't say nothing, but I thought I was gonna die. I mean, it was like, so anyway, the person I know did not do anything on purpose. It's just one of those things when you're out there, if you're spraying, just be mindful. This is my remedy, is to just put the lotion on and have this in my room, this out by the pool. This is my wrinkle release. Remember I told you in the packing video, if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. I roll my clothes while I'm gonna spray anything that needs to be released with wrinkles. If they got wrinkles and they need any kind of wrinkle release, that's where it's going. I've got some aloe vera curling iron. It's just standard curling iron, and this is okay. This here is where we put our passports. We don't have them in here yet. This is really good if you have a good hook on the back of your door. I usually put this in the bathroom. And then I have my toothbrush. I have to have 2 toothbrushes because I have a TMJ, so I have an appliance. So I'm in treatment right now. I have my cologne. I have my toothpaste, but I might bring a little bit more. I'd rather have more than not enough. In here, I have, and of course you see I've got deodorant and all that. Some feminine products. If you're an older person, like an older lady, and you've had a couple of kids, if you know, you know. They make sink laundry a lot better if you wear panty liners. So, okay, some hairspray. This is just a smoothing cream, so if my hair gets fly away, I can put some of that on there. I bring my own lotion because I like it, and I like it. So I make my own lotion, I bring it, I use a lot of it. And then I use the mousse. So that's what's in here. I'm probably going to bring this sweater, and I will probably, not probably, I will definitely stick this. It is a very lightweight, nicer sweater, but I will put this in my bag. I forgot to pack it in my video, And I will put that in because, now take a hat, but this one, I thought it was really great. This is like probably about 15, maybe 18 years old. This is from Target. I have a red one, but this one folds up and it will unfold a little bit better. The material is different, and so I feel like this one doesn't lose its shape so much. It's not the greatest looking hat on me, you know, and it flops around, not in the most flattering way probably, but it keeps the sun out of my face, and if the next thing, and I'm almost done, is one of these little plastic containers. You don't have to get anything expensive. This one come in from some lunch meat. And so I'm gonna open this up because this is what, if I want to bring snacks back to the room, I can use it. And I'm gonna leave these napkins, and the only reason I'm bringing them basically is because they do have a little anchor here. But, you know, it's just, there's not a lot of that in the room. Just keep it on hand for snacking. Just something there for you. I will probably put this in my purse, so I'm gonna stick it down there. I gotta make sure I have a pen, because I forgot, left it downstairs. Word Find is something that if I get really bored, I love Word Find, and I can just spend hours. But I have a little method that helps me out, and I think I do pretty good. So let me put that down here. Now I do take these little bags. These are just regular, as you can see. Shopping bags from the grocery store, from Walmart, or wherever. And I like to line my trash can because of throwing any kind of feminine hygiene products away. If we had some fruit to go bad in our room and I was able to toss it in there, it makes the work easy for emptying out the trash can. Also, I mean, if I pull hair out of my brush or snot rags, whatever, I just don't want the staff to feel like they got to, I just feel like it's easier. Now, to clean up that way. If they were to say absolutely no, that's one other thing. But anyway, so far there wasn't a problem, so hopefully there won't be a problem this go around. All right, and finally, this is where, and I probably will move my brush because, I mean, obviously we're packed, this is before the trip, so some of this stuff I have to stage for the day of, and this will probably end up just going into the, drop down into my pocket of my suitcase. But I have the soap that I make, so I have a face activated charcoal soap, and then just regular soap that I take. And these bags are great because I can always throw all this away. I have a room for air freshener. I hope I will like the scent. I probably should test that out before, but anyway. Sometimes inside cabins can get a little stuffy, and I just want to make sure that it doesn't smell bad. These are my, again, another little Ziploc bag, but these little containers, you can find them online and Amazon. This is like over 1.5 ounces, 1.7 or something. Anyway, I have mouthwash. I have 2 of them with mouthwash. I have my conditioner. I have to use a certain kind of shampoo. And then I have this face cream lotion that I like to use before makeup. I put on makeup to go out. You can pop up a little top and you can squeeze them out. You can also throw these away if you want to. So far, if it's just something I'm going to replenish, I'll just use it. And you can take this off easy to clean it out inside. So that, get all the air out. This is like a Summer's Eve spray. If you know, you know. I've got 2 razors. I have some polish because if you chip your nail, you can always touch it up. This is the Poo-Pourri. You just put it in, if you can remember, to spray it into your toilet before you do your business. It will help, and especially if you're in a inside cabin. It helps tremendously. I have disinfecting wipes. I just have them in one of these little Ziploc bags. And I can go in real quick before we start touching everything, just do a light rub, disinfect like the remote and the door. I mean, just some of these places, just to cut down on possibility of getting sick. I have a little first aid kit here. And so it just has, like Band-Aids, I think. I don't even know if it has anything else. I really haven't opened it up to see. I'm a little scared. I think it's just Band-Aids. Yeah, there's really nothing else but Band-Aids. I have one of these safety pins because if something breaks a button or whatever, you can pin that. Bonine motion sickness, so we've got 2 types. So far I haven't had to use it, nor has my husband, so we'll see. But sometimes, if the word gets really bad, I don't know, might need it. We bring cough drops. We have Tums. I have to take omeprazole because I have GERD. I have Aleve and ibuprofen. Aspirin if you have a headache. And the Aleve and all that is for body aches. And then I take a probiotic. So I have. Future Tiffany here, and I forgot to expand my suitcase. So I ended up cramming this thing absolutely full and not realizing I have some extra space. So in this video, you're going to see that my packing cubes didn't fit, but in fact, they did. So I have 2 here, 3, and then I have the 4th one here. Let's see if I can do it here to show you that it does fit. I kept looking at my video and thinking, something just looks really wrong. Like, why is this suitcase not, why can't I zip the suitcase? Like, there's something going on here. And it was because I did not expand it. Just a little bit of a push. I actually like my side to be up top like that for me. There we go. So all of that is in here. All right, so now I have all 3. So this is what I'll be carrying, and I still have room in here to put the makeup that I have. So I've got my little makeup bags, and then if I need, I still have room in here. So these will be everything that I'll be taking on the cruise when we leave out Monday.